Hey guys, Lady Lee here. I'm here at the farm. I am setting up a new garden here, so I wanted to take you and show you the steps that I go through to set up a new garden. Let's do it. Alright, so this is the new garden. I had to, as you can see, all this area all the way to the top of the field there used to be covered by wood chips, and I had a market garden here a couple of years ago. Since then I've been going through divorce and a few other things and just didn't work it, and this beautiful green grass just took over, which is pretty much the worst thing that can happen to a vegetable gardener. So to claim this little area for myself again, I had to use a tiller, which I hate with all my heart. I do not till my gardens at all, ever, never. But when I set up a new garden, sometimes I do till just to get rid of difficult weeds or grass like here. So I ran up and down this area with the tiller a few times. I still have patches of grass like you can see here and at the end over there and some over here that I need to go and do by hand. After I tilled this area, I used a marking tape to mark my rows. A few years ago, when I was growing vegetables here for the market, I planted asparagus right here. So this row is all asparagus, which is an amazing crop that you plant once and keeps coming. The poor asparagus is suffering because it was suffocating by this grass. I had to, of course I didn't go over this row with the tiller. I just worked by hand to weed it and remove all the grass. And I took this as my guide to create my rows. I called my gardening method, I guess I call it maybe Lady Lee's low row gardening method. I hope it will stick, but that's what I'm going for. I've tried so many different gardening methods over the years, and you don't want your dog to step over the asparagus. Just an FYI here. Anyways, I've tried so many different gardening methods. Shayla, come here. Over the years, and ended up with kind of doing my own thing and what worked best for me. I'm doing a 20-inch walkway, 20-inch bed, 20-inch walkway, 20-inch bed. It gives me enough room in the walkways to work comfortably, and it gives me enough room in the rows to plant either 1, 2, or 3 rows in each bed, depending on what vegetable I'm planting. So I marked my rows, and now the next thing that I will do is weed the rest of the weeds and grass. I'll just weed those out, and then I'll go with a rake, and just like you see, this walkway is already done. I'll just go with my rake and rake the soil from the row into the bed, and I hope you can see that it's creating a little bit of a raised bed, maybe 2 or 3 inches tall, and that's really all that I want. I don't want to go any taller than that. After I rake my rows or my beds, after I rake my walkways into the beds, I will spread compost on each bed. I will probably do some worm castings, and I might also use Espoma vegetable fertilizer. The basic fertilizer that they have is really good, and I like it a lot. Worm casting is really the best thing ever. And on top of that, I will also do just compost. It can be cow manure. I really love cow manure. I do have a big pile of wood chips that are sitting here at the edge of the field, and they're already been there in the pile for like 3 years. They're fully composted by now and broken down, so I might just use that and add it only over the beds, of course, and that's it. Then this garden will be ready for planting. I will not till those beds anymore. Those are permanent beds and they will just stay like that every season. I'll add more compost. I'll go up and down with a garden fork or a broad fork and kind of stick it in the soil and loosen it a little bit to allow oxygen to get down there, and just add some more compost in the fall. I'll cover my gardens with dry leaves that are free and are given to us by nature and are wonderful and beautiful and do so much good to the garden. And that's it. I can't wait to plant here. We'll see what we'll do here. I'm still not 100% sure, but I'll keep sharing this garden with you, so follow along and I'll see you in the next video.